are you setting something right that you have done wrong, or where you have been wronged? Have you been led down the garden path and you're starting to realise it? Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Welcome back if you're a returning subscriber, and if it's your first time here, hello, nice to meet you. Feel free to stay a while and press the like and subscribe buttons if you like what you see. Now, this is a general reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, whatever. If you haven't got a copy of your own birth chart, there is a link in the description down below so that you can get one. It's always worth watching your sun sign, obviously, but your rising sign as well. And I have a great liking for watching my moon sign because I'm a Pisces, so it's going to be quite important to me, and and emotions and all that. So, as a general reading rules apply. If someone else appears in the reading, then roles can get reversed because the cards don't come with name tags. So I can think I'm talking about you and me and them, and vice versa. It doesn't feel like that happens a lot my side, but you'll have to tell me if it does your side. Timing is not absolute with divination, not by a long chalk. So this is filmed for the month of July 2020, is relevant whenever you come to it. The reading either is for you or it isn't. It's a spread with a past and a present. So if the past and the present don't fit, don't try and make it fit. It's not to take what resonates. However, if it does resonate, if the past and the present do fit, then, I nearly said does fit there, do fit, then take the whole reading on board and think about it, because that's the magic of the reading. It's not up to me to make decisions for you. Do not surrender your power to a tarot reader. It is the magic of the reading isn't even with me saying whatever words I say. It's in your reaction to those words. It's in your processing of those words. That's where the magic happens. So having said that, I would like you to ask a question prior to the reading. So pause the video if you have to, take a moment, think about all of the questions that are around you and focus on one of them. Focus because it gives energy to the process that hopefully I will give back to you. And if I don't, the universe will find a way to give it back to you. But be aware of all of the questions, because the cards will answer what they please and not necessarily what you and I think is the most pressing issue. So housekeeping, there's also a link down there as well as the description about the reading and what have you, and the disclaimers. This is for entertainment, I am not a doctor, etc, etc. There is also the link to the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction. It just went exact again, this time with Jupiter retrograde right at the very end of June. Now this is an energy that stays with us. It's well worth looking at. It will go exact again as Jupiter comes back in November. So we've basically got all year of it. But, you know, it's an energy, therefore it will evolve. I have started doing solar degree readings, which is basically looking at the imagery of the degree that the sun is in that day and throwing cards with it. That's far more of a general reading and it's a lot of fun actually. So yeah, come and have a look at those. I've done 3 so far. I said I won't promise daily and I've done them daily since, but I am only on day 3. So yeah, that won't hold up. Your next readings will be your full moon reading, and then I'll be looking at the Chinese zodiac, and I am doing Chinese and Western combination readings for the summer stroke eclipse season, stroke retrograde season. So yeah, making a comment down below if you're wanting a specific combination that I haven't done already, and I'll add it to my list. I think that's it. I think that's it for my waffle. So let me bring up the cards. Now, the angel energy that is covering your reading is The guardian angel of creativity. Creative energy flows for me the more I choose to express my feelings. Now, that's interesting because I'm thinking that feelings and hopes is very much what this reading is about at the moment. That your position that you're in right now is the Five of Cups. It's almost like you're looking at something that is lost. And you are achieving a rebirth from that something that is lost. I think maybe you've got a healthy attitude to that loss, because we've got balance here, and then the Nine of Wands, the nearly there. Now it says here on the oracle cards, it's a time for healing and a new start is coming. But what is interesting is this realization card. It's almost like, I could call the reading this the penny drops, because two demons wanted to come out of the demon tarot. So of course the oracle of heaven and hell, the angels weren't to be outdone. They 3 cards jumped out of that. But Marchosius here is a fallen angel and is convinced that one day he will be raised up again. Convinced. He's not really interested in spreading good deeds or bad deeds. He will do as you command him, but he won't even try and teach you about any specific art or talent or anything, because he's just waiting for the day that he'll be raised up on high again. And this is, I'm not sure how much, I do know in the Goetia he does, if you summon him, he is tending to waffle about his days as an angel. But I'm not sure how fair that is. But that's the structure for this particular deck of cards. And then we have Tap, or as I know him, Gap. Now, Gap is saying about broadening your horizons. He can teleport people from one place to another. He is very much encouraging you to explore other cultures, other places, other peoples, basically expand your horizons. So, funnily enough, you seem to be loved up. Hey, you're a Pisces. Ace of Cups as to how you're feeling. But I'm thinking that this could easily be a passion about something as much as it's about someone, but it's a passion that you have been measuring the value of. It's a passion that you've been going, do I want to go through this gateway? Do I want to create home here? Especially in the face of whatever this loss is. Because 2 of the angels here, we've got Mahasea again with rectification. That turned up for Aquarius. They turned up for Aquarius. Sorry, Mahasea. We've got Imamia here with atonement of errors. So are you setting something right that you have done wrong, or where you have been wronged? Have you been led down the garden path and you're starting to realise it? But also Harahel, who was the most dominant card of the lot, with intellectual richness. This time is designed for you to think and feel, but think. I feel this, therefore I see something this way, but does the reality match the way that I am seeing it? Because it's almost like there'd been dreams presented to you in the past that you'd been just a little bit, yeah, it's all right. Do I really want to go down this path? And you had achieved the act of achieving balance constantly felt like it was under threat. And you certainly either felt limited. Oh, that's interesting. What set you on the current path at the moment? We have the Devil card, which I will clarify with my Demon Possessed Tarot in a moment. but with the World and the Fool card. So you are in a pivotal time of life right now. It's past energies, this, but it has, I think these are such powerful cards that they are setting the tone for this entire present middle of the reading. So I'm feeling like it's almost like you were seeking a new beginning and the world opened up to you by saying yes to something. And that saying yes may have been for a passion to move forward. It may have been a passion to build, you know, the Capricorn energy, or answering your lower nature. Now, there seems to be a lot here about realization. What Marchosius was saying is a lost cause. Do not throw your weight behind a lost cause. So we have temperance, again, balance. And the Eight of Cups. So you've walked away from a dream already to enter into this current situation, which has left you feeling a little more lonely and isolated than what you was necessarily aiming for. You was planning for some form of joint venture, and it seems far more that all there was challenge, and all the information that came to you was contradicting where you were aiming to go. So, okay, let's go back to the dream. Let's shape it back up again. Let's see where we can get growth. But maybe it was just a little bit too defensive and not really seeing the growth where it could be, because underlying the situation right now, yeah, there's that seek of balance and there's accepting what is left, but somewhere there is a doorway to great happiness here. 10 of Cups, 10 of Chalices, 6 of Swords. You are, okay, so this loss and this realization that some dreams that you've been carrying just ain't going to get you anywhere is the first step of a journey to a new place. It has been there to show you what you are wanting to, has been there to show you the value of certain things that you do have, one side of the tree, and certain things that you don't have, the other side of the tree. So the idea here is to keep the things that you value that you do have and look for the things that you value that you don't have. And when I say things is probably the wrong word because it's implying material objects. No, it's not material objects. It's opportunities, friendships, certain forms of relationships, certain forms of expression. Remember, creative expression here. So you are going into you are going into an inspire, you are a planning time. That planning has to be divinely inspired to really bring you into where you need to be. But it also is divinely inspired for you on your own. You are doing this. There's no us here. This is a personal journey. So this is definitely not a love reading, even though it's all about love, but it's about self-love and love for actions, love for topics, it's like, I love the tarot. I'm learning to love astrology. I love my comics. You can probably tell, there's, I have my loves, so it's not partner love, relationship love. It's not big R love. It might be little r love, but it's not big R love. Because the other thing is, I want to say that 3 of Scrolls here. Now, I see this as a bit of a trickster card. Scrolls can be swords. Beware sob stories. There's one thing, I'm not sure where this... do not alter your plans due to somebody's sob story. Okay, right? that's all I can say about that, because yes, there is a healing time. Ten of Spirals here, a burden that you're taking on board, but an educational burden which is being carried here by Chiron. So it is indeed a time for healing, a new beginning, where you're going on your own journey under your own power. Yeah, you've got the 2 alone cards here, but also rest and guidance. If you remember on the Rider-Waite 9 of Pentacles, there's a little bird talking to the lady that's in it. And the 4 of Swords is very much, I see it as the Trinity looking after your sword while you rest. It is a kind of rest and respite, which is taking you to a point where all your answers are coming. King of Swords here with the 5 of Mirrors. You might not like all the answers that come, but they are going to be giving you freedom. And then you can disconnect from the anxiety that is around you, or you can wallow in it. Because 8 of Swords here, 8 of Swords here. Now this 8 of Swords is very much, I'm seeing that she's plugged into the cosmos and receiving information, and she has volunteered to be restrained in that position. She has chosen to be aware of all these things that can terrify the life out of her, because if not her, who? You know, sort of like a guardian role thing. This 8 of Swords, not so much. Now, if you've watched me before, you know I like the 8 of Swords card. Not this one. This is everything that it says in the tin, and here she can't even free herself. She gets out of that jar, the Cyclops will eat her. But there's also saying to me that you are being exposed. Right. The Cyclops eye is giving you that whole third eye business. The anxieties that come up are going to educate you to use this. If you listen to it, but you are protected. Just as much as she can't get out the jar, that Cyclops can't get in. She ain't going to get eaten. Because it is a time for you to bring something into the real world, bring a new idea or a new message or a new plan into the new world, and it's time for you to be exposed to new things as well. With the Pilgrim, Page of Scrolls here, but King of Coins, you can be all that. Because if it was a love reading, the King of Coins is all that: house, car, money, clothes, job, or not job, depending. But yes, clarity is coming. If you dive into all of this dive into and out the other side of the anxiety, see what the anxiety is telling you. Because Queen of Wands, so time to manifest. Ace of Scrolls, 8 of Swords, clarity is coming, with the Knave of Wands giving you a chance to move forward, King of Cups, and the Healer, Page of Mirrors. So if you use this coming anxiety correct, this is why you've got to take now as this time of healing, because you can slowly unpick all your anxieties. It looks like there's a whole nother bundle about to be landed on your doorstep, but you need, if you've sorted all the others out and you're not hanging onto a dream or a goal that has pretty much obviously gone, it is that lost cause, it is something that you ain't be able to take into your home, that you have to see where the value, there was a value in feeling it. Whether that value is still there is up for question. But Queen of Pentacles. Now, didn't I have the King of Coins somewhere? Yeah, King of Coins here. Queen of Pentacles there. So almost a divine pairing, not the same deck. But Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, and the Emperor. Right, so there's a bit of a trial by fire here, but dive into those anxieties that are going to get landed on you, and I would say that you need to step into the role of being aware of them, being able to see where they are. You choose to be aware of these anxieties. Like I said, this one plugged herself in as a guardian. Because you could go, yeah, la, 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 not listening, but no, you're here to face challenge. And if there is a sign that knows about anxiety, I mean, several signs know about anxiety, but Pisces are really, really good at anxiety, because if they want to feel it, they will feel it, because that's one thing that Pisces are good at, feeling. But this is taking you through to a new love, a sense of power with which you will be able to take action. I don't know what that means in relation to the story, but it's almost like maybe you are looking into these anxieties, looking into the source of these anxieties, and by coming out the other side, you are in a position to prevent whatever it is that is creating those anxieties in the first place. You are able to take action from a point of power, from a point of love, and from a point of authority. Oh. Because, okay, one way I can read these, hopes and fears, that there can be conflict with your own personal King of Wands, and it's all going to come tumbling down. But there is that sense of conflict and tumbling down. And if you are your own personal King of Wands, which you should be, if you are your own personal King of Wands, have you got the strength to stand up? But yes, out of the three cards, the King of Wands I see as the brightest card, although that's not showing quite as well on the due to it being slightly glossy on the camera. But this King of Wands strikes me as the most powerful card. But the fear is the fear of conflict that will cause everything tumbling down. But this is Kali with the Tower here. Kali wipes the slate clean so new things can be built. As the Tower. You know, that's everything that the Tower card is about. So be happy in your King of Wandsness. And know that you will survive that onslaught. Dive into them anxieties, find out why they're there, and then do something about them. As I say, time for healing, new start coming, realization, give up on a lost cause. All right. Oh, and don't fall for sob stories. So, if this means anything to you, Pisces, please do comment down below. Good luck with all of this. It's not going to be easy. But you're going to be fine. You're going to be more than fine. All right. See you later.